of the sky above or the currents in the sea below are true globetrotters. Migratory birds, like Canada geese, soar the skies twice a year, changing locations to exploit their two most necessary resources, food and nesting sites. For these global citizens of the natural world, migration means survival. And their arrival on Canada's east coast means the beginning of spring. Off the southwestern tip of Nova Scotia, a mother humpback whale and her calf swim into the mouth of the Bay of Fundy. They've finally completed their long northward migration. Humpback whales are among the world's greatest migrators. They travel over 25,000 kilometers annually. The calf was born this past winter in the Caribbean Sea. 3 full months of non-stop traveling. The bond between mother and calf is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom. They'll remain together throughout the calf's first year. Full-grown, humpback whales are about the size of a city bus, weighing up to 50 tons. They were given the name humpback because of the arching motion they make when they dive. Humpbacks are baleen whales, a group that includes the largest animals on Earth. Instead of teeth, they have giant combs that hang from their jaws called baleen plates. Like other filter feeders, humpbacks swallow huge amounts of water that they then filter through the plates, retaining any food. The small fish and crustaceans they eat are scarce around the equator, where they breed in winter. They lose 1/3 of their body weight each winter. Blubber reserves allow them to survive. By the time they arrive in the northern Atlantic, humpbacks are ready to feast. They restock their blubber reserves by eating 1 to 2 tons of food daily. To do that, humpback whales work together, hunting cooperatively. They circle a school of prey, swimming and splashing the water above. Small fish below, like Gaspereau, can't fight against the frenzy created by the whales and are forced toward the surface. Scientists call this a bubble net. With a dense school like this one, a humpback can swallow hundreds of Gaspereau in a single gulp. It's as easy as shooting fish in a barrel. While the whales come here to feed, high above, Canada geese fly north to mate. A combination of instinct, the sun, and the Earth's magnetic field lead the geese back to their birthplace each spring. Most flocks of migrating geese traveling to Nova Scotia come from the northeastern United States. People call them Canada geese because most of their range extends across the Great White North. Distinguished by their chalky plumage, bulky bodies, and signature white chin straps, these ugly ducklings are the evolutionary cousins of swans and ducks. The group that's just landed here in Nova Scotia is comprised of several families. The goslings born last spring have migrated with their parents. And now they're looking for mates. Once a partnership is established, these geese mate for life. In a short time, the couples here will leave the flock, retreating to the shores of nearby streams, ponds, and rivers, where they nest annually. In a month's time, the parents will have a flock of their own to protect. 4 to 7 goslings are born each spring. When full-grown, Canada geese are the heavyweights of the goose world. Weighing up to 14 kilograms, more than any other kind of goose. To enter that weight class, the geese eat aquatic foliage, or a variety of grasses. In up to 3 months' time, the goslings will be old enough to fly. When fall comes, they'll migrate south for the winter. At the westernmost tip of Nova Scotia is a small, jagged isle, forged from the same type of volcanic rock as Hawaii and Iceland. This is Briar Island. It has become an important summer destination for many migrating species, like the great shearwater. These gregarious birds bobbing together in the Bay of Fundy come here every summer to feed on small fish and squid. All great shearwater breed on one of 4 islands. Then they fly north along the eastern seaboard of the Americas, arriving here for the summer. In total, they travel 20,000 kilometers a year. Great shearwaters can live for more than 50 years and spend almost all of their lives in the air or on the ocean. High above the ocean, another seabird soars, the northern gannet. It comes here to breed, traveling from Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, or sometimes as far away as Ecuador. Now the chicks have hatched, and the male is out hunting. If he isn't successful, the chicks could starve. Hovering above the ocean, northern gannets can locate prey from more than 45 meters up. When one catches a glimpse of a meal below the surface of the water, the gannet nosedives straight into the water, crashing against the surface at nearly 100 kilometers per hour. The force of contact would kill most birds, but gannets have air sacs inside their head, like bubble wrap, that cushion the blow. Nearby, a pod of Atlantic white-sided dolphins races through the water. These opportunistic feeders are also drawn to the bounty below. This is the characteristic dip of the dolphins. By spending part of their swimming time out of the water, cutting through the air above, they reach higher speeds by reducing friction and drag. But these aren't the only species of dolphin here. Breaking the water, the dorsal fin of a surfacing orca, the largest member of the dolphin family. Scientists have been tracking this orca for more than 10 years. They suspect he spends much of his time in the Bay of Fundy, but this is the first time he's been seen in 4 years. Orcas are known to attack juvenile humpback whales, and when humpbacks are in northern waters, they must take care. Fortunately, the humpback mother watches over her calf throughout the summer. She protects it by swimming above and shielding the calf with her long fins. Humpback whales' pectoral fins are the largest appendage of any mammal. They allow the humpback to swim backwards and turn on a dime. The calf learns the survival skills of adult humpbacks by mimicking its mother. Many behaviors serve as methods of communication, but they also serve other purposes, depending on the time of year and the location. flippering is often thought to advertise sexual availability during the breeding season. During the summer, it's also believed to be a hunting technique. Likewise, this move, called a lob tail, scares schools of fish swimming below into tighter formation. Closer to the equator, this tail flapping is a sign of aggression, a warning to competitors during the breeding season. The sound can travel thousands of kilometers under the ocean. The humpback whale's dictionary of body communication is as expansive as it is extraordinary. These massive mammals are amazingly acrobatic. Breaching is the humpback's most impressive and least understood behavior. Swimming parallel with the surface at a speed of 25 kilometers per hour, the whale launches upward, leaping above the surface and exposing up to 70% of its body, then splashing back down. Some suggest that it's just an attempt to loosen skin parasites, but it's also widely believed to serve some unknown communicative function. The whale is trying to say something with the sound of its splash. Interestingly, when one whale breaches, there's bound to be more. The other whales in the surrounding waters are drawn toward the sound waves each breach sends through the sea. The whales beckon toward nearby humpbacks, perhaps letting the others know where the catch is. They may be looking for help to trap the fish below. Some scientists believe whales also breach as a play activity. The humpback's idea of a good time. Like all whales, humpbacks are mammals, so they need to come up for air every 20 minutes. Before inhaling, they squirt out a spout of water, which, contrary to popular belief, does not come from the ocean. The hot air inside the whale's body condenses into water as it meets the cooler air outside. And because the whale's blowhole is like a human nose, the water is combined with mucus. The skin of a humpback whale is an autobiography. Scars and scratches recall decades of deep-sea battles with orcas and run-ins with marine vessels. The white underside of every humpback whale's tail is unique, like a human fingerprint. Their massive bodies are speckled with small barnacles, like the ones on the tip of this whale's pectoral fin. Barnacles survive by dining in the ocean's microorganisms as they piggyback the Atlantic with the humpback. The calf's youth can be observed simply by the smoothness of its skin. If it's lucky, it'll live for another 90 years and make twice as many migrations. That's plenty of time to cultivate the wear and tear of the truly travel-worn humpback whale.